Working in public health in India exposes one to the extraordinary variation and divergence between our aspirations and our achievements. We have doctors and researchers of outstanding ability, many of whom have been at this assembly. We have also shown the capacity to learn from excellent work elsewhere. At the same time, we are struggling with the most basic issues in eye care. The National Program for the Control of Blindness is one of the earliest of the major centrally funded disease control programs of the Government of India, and many of you are familiar with the details. Our own exposure in New Delhi, however, to experiences from the field is limited, and while we continue to believe that under this program various essential tasks are being performed, such as the screening of school children, capacity building, and infrastructural strengthening, there are times when I get the distinct sense that all is not well, and that all that is being claimed is not in fact a reality. There is a deep-seated tendency in India to settle for the second rate, a criticism made alike of government and non-governmental institutions. So while we must strive for excellence in what we do and establish a culture of devotion to duty, we must also guard against our acceptance of mediocrity. At this exact point of time, we are anticipating the 12th five-year plan. There is expectation that this will truly be a health plan with focus on universal access to health care. Dr. Resnikov has led us through the very interesting and sometimes very complicated policy dialogue in the last 10 to 15 years, a debate which has come to rest, as it were, at this particular point of time on the question of universal access. Many of you would be familiar with the debate in India, which in particular hinges on the issue of whether public resources alone can support universal access, or whether we will not necessarily have to seek private resources, and if so, how and on what terms. Health insurance and public-private partnerships are seen as two major ways in which private resources can be engaged, though clearly both models will need to be carefully located if we have to fulfill our responsibilities as a welfare state.